Morphology, the study of form. In linguistics, the study of words and word formation. Morphology was originally a biology term, first used in English in 1824, meaning the study of the outer form and inner structure of living things. The word stems from the ancient Greek root morphe, meaning form and shape, but also beauty and outward appearance. Words are a little like atoms. No, they don't explode if you split them, at least not literally. But as atoms make up different chemical elements, words make up the larger elements of languages. Smaller word elements, called morphemes, are the subatomic particles that make up the fabric of meaning in our languages. Morphology seeks to understand what a word is by studying how it forms and acts in a language, just as biologists might both observe an animal in the wild and study its anatomy and DNA to understand its behavior. Studying the smallest part of a word's internal elements can reveal a language's hidden histories and even help us build brand new languages. To understand language construction, we have to start with the word. What is a word? Even though we use them every day, linguists still don't agree on the definition. Partly, a word is a unit of expression that a language's native speakers and writers recognize intuitively. Some linguists define words as the smallest unit of language that can constitute a complete utterance. But others have identified several classes of words, functional units like the, and word paradigms, the basis of a word's multiple forms. Words are the linguistic ground we walk on, the stable and fertile soil of speech capable of endless remixing, yet holding down the roots of our loftiest forms of thought. When infants learn language, they transition from reward-based imperatives, like saying up to get picked up, to declarative speech, where informational exchange is the end itself. A child says tree, and the parent says, yes, a tall tree, or no, flower. And the child repeats, learning to name the world around them. Linguists believe that this transition from reward-based imperatives to declarative exchanges is central to our language systems, allowing us to communicate information beyond immediate needs. Over millennia, declarative sounds developed into language systems with infinite capacities for expression and reinvention, all based on the humble morpheme. Morphemes balance languages between content and function, giving structure to meaning. Function itself carries meaning, allowing us to read a nonsense sentence like, the flubel wall forms while the arnjorb tarnly palpons, and still understand the relationship it expresses. There are two types of morphemes. Free morphemes stand alone, and bound morphemes appear as a part of a larger expression. Consider kindness. Kind is a standalone adjective, but ness makes a noun. Or runs. Run is a standalone verb, but the S tells us who is running and when. Combining morphemes gives us endless ways of inventing words. The most common methods include derivation, adding a bound morpheme; back formation, removing what was mistaken for a bound morpheme, like forming emote from emotion; compounding, smashing morphemes together, as in daydream; portmanteaus, removing morphemes from separate words and combining them, as in sitcom or internet; and completely made-up nonce words like fleek or quark. English adds about 1,000 new words a year based on these morphological possibilities. For more deep dives into language and linguistics, follow our channel and join us on the Humane Space app, available in your app store of choice.